From this video lecture, we are going to discuss about the respiration or respiratory system in human being, and we will discuss the different structure and their function along with the diagram for the respiratory system in human being. So let us start the respiratory system. Of human being. So respiratory system is the complete composition of the organs to performing the process of respiration in human body. And in the respiratory system of human being, there are a number of components which are broadly divided into two categories or two components. The first is the respiratory tract, which make the passage for the air from the atmosphere into the or from the surrounding into the respiratory organ, and the second component make the respiratory organ. So respiratory system of human being consists of what? The first is respiratory tract. Respiratory tract, and the second is respiratory organ. So respiratory tract in the case of human being, it consists of a number of parts. We will discuss with the help of diagram. And the respiratory organ, it consists of a pair of lungs. A pair of lungs are the respiratory organ in the case of human body. While the respiratory tract, it starts from nostril to and end to bronchiole. Bronchioles are the last part of respiratory tract, which lastly open into the duct of alveolar sac, or we can say that alveolar duct, to transfer complete air into the chamber inside the lung, which is known as alveolar sac, which allow the exchange of gases in individual structure which is known as alveolus. So let us draw the diagram of the respiratory system to clarify different parts of respiratory tract as well as respiratory organs. So here it is the opening of the respiratory tract, that is known as nostril, which is one pair which is present on the face of our body. So one pair of nostril, and nostril open into a chamber, and this chamber is known as the nasal chamber. So nasal chamber also found in the human body as one pair. So each nostril open into each nasal chamber. The nasal chamber open And here is the palate which divide the nasal chamber as and buccal cavity. So the opening of buccal cavity and the opening of nasal chamber both open into a common passage, and that common passage is known as pharynx. And the pharynx, where the opening of buccal cavity take place, that part is known as oropharynx, while the part of pharynx where the nasal chamber open into it, it is known as nasopharynx. So, and lastly, the pharynx open into an opening which is known as glottis. Glottis is the opening for the respiratory passage, while the gullet, behind the glottis, it is the gullet for the opening into the food pipe. So food pipe is run downward, and then at the adjacent of food pipe or in front of food pipe, there is another pipe which is known as wind pipe. So this is the pharynx. Then this structure is the swollen part of the windpipe. It is known as the larynx or Adam's apple. Or it is also known as voice box. So these are the different part near our neck region. And in the glottis or the opening of glottis is remain guarded by a cartilaginous flap structure, and that cartilaginous flap structure which act as a lid over an opening, it act as a lid, is known as the epiglottis. Epiglottis make a temporary covering over the glottis. During the swallowing of food, epiglottis close the opening of glottis to prevent the particle of food not enter into the windpipe. Then this larynx forwarded downwards to the pipe or tubular structure, and that tubular structure which consists of the ring of cartilage, it is known as trachea or windpipe. So trachea or windpipe consists of the structure which is look like ring-like structure, and that ring-like structure is made up of cartilage. So this is the C-shaped cartilage ring. These are the C-shaped cartilage ring, and these cartilage ring prevent the wall of trachea do not becomes collapsed during the less air present in the trachea. So it prevents the collapsing of trachea during less air. Then trachea again divided into two branches, and each branch of the trachea known as bronchus, while together known as bronchi. In plural form, if we talk about both, so it is called these are called bronchi, while when we talk about a single structure, single tube, it is called bronchus. So each bronchus enter into each lung that are the respiratory organ of human being. So here we will draw the respiratory organ along with the respiratory tract. So here a pair of lung which is present in thoracic cavity. A pair of lung. This is the left lung and this one is the right lung. And in the right lung there are three lobes. Right lung consists of three lobes while the left lung consists of only two lobes. And here in the left lobe of lung or left lung there is a ridge or groove present in the left lung due to the heart, and it is known as cardiac notch. So cardiac notch is formed due to presence of heart. As we will discuss in the next topic when we discuss about transportation. We will study about the heart and the position of heart. We will discuss that the apex of heart somewhat tilted towards left side. So due to the movement of heart, apex of heart towards left, there is some groove created in the left lung. And below the lungs there is a muscular wall between the thoracic cavity and abdominal cavity, and this wall is known as diaphragm. So diaphragm is the muscular structure. Here diaphragm. And the role of diaphragm we will discuss when we discuss about the process of breathing. So the bronchi, each bronchus enter into each lung. That is, left bronchus enter into left lung, while the right bronchus enter into the right lung. And after entry, it becomes divided into branches, and these branches are the further branching of the bronchi. Primary bronchi which enter into the lungs, it is known as primary bronchi, then secondary, then tertiary, and lastly it terminates into the bronchioles. So till the tertiary bronchi, the ring of cartilage remain present in their wall, and when they becomes converted to bronchiole, the ring of cartilage becomes absent, and bronchiole lastly open into the alveolar duct, and alveolar duct open into alveolar sac. So here we will draw last part, that is the alveolar sac. In each lobe of lung there are the network of or bunch of grapes like structure, and that bunch of grapes like structure, it is known as the alveolar sac. An alveolar sac consists of numerous balloon shaped structure or unit of the alveolar sac, and that unit is known as alveolus, where the exchange of gases take place. So here we will also draw Then in the case of left lung, we will also observe the branching in the duct which is coming from the trachea, or which is coming from the bronchi, and it again divided to form the bunch of grapes like structure that is known as alveolar sac along with the alveoli. So here we will observe this is the sac is known as alveolar sac, and inside the alveolar sac this structure, balloon like structure, is known as alveoli or alveolus. So these are the overall parts of respiratory system which include the respiratory tract, starting from the nostril and end to the tubules inside the lungs, the last which is bronchiole. So nostril open into nasal chamber into pharynx, then open into the larynx through the glottis and opening, and larynx again forwarded to the trachea which is known as windpipe. Then trachea makes two branches, and each branch is known as bronchus, and each bronchus open into each lung of our body. Then it terminates into the bunch of grapes like structure which is known as alveolar sac, which consists of numerous balloon shaped structure which is known as alveoli or alveolus singularly, and alveolus is the place where the air get filled and allow the exchange of gases. So we will also discuss the function of each part one by one. So let us start with the nostril. So nostril is the part of respiratory tract that allows entry of air. Air enters through this structure. Then second is nasal chamber. And the nasal chamber is the chamber or the place of the respiratory tract which is responsible for the main processing of air. So processing of air takes place in nasal chamber because no air present in an atmosphere is totally valuable or totally inhalable by our body. So to make the air becomes fresh air to get enter in our lungs or enter in our respiratory organ to do not cause any problem. So nasal chamber allows some processes to purify the air or to make the fresh air. So there are some processes take place in nasal chamber. The first process is filtration. Filter the air. The air that we breathe, that becomes filtered through the number of hairs, minute hair or cilia present in the inner lining of nasal chamber, along with the mucus. Mucus stick some fine particle of dust which coming along with the air that we inhale. So the filtration process takes place first of all. Then the conditioning of air. The second step involves the conditioning of air. So air becomes conditioned. That means the warm air becomes cool while the cool air becomes warm, or too cold air becomes warm and too warm air becomes cool. So that process takes place with the help of mucus as well as blood supply in our nasal chamber. So mucus get convert the very warm air to becomes cold as the level of body temperature, while the blood is responsible to warm the air that we inhale which remain very cold during the winter season. As we during the winter season the blood supply in the nasal chamber allow the down temperature of air, while during the hot summer season the mucus is responsible to cool down the quality or temperature of air. Then the detection of air. Detection of air. So detection of air involve that the air is foul air or with bad smell, and the air with good smell or fresh air. So goodness of air and badness of air is detected by the help of olfactory receptor which is present in the nasal chamber. So these three processes involved in the processing of air. So if we inhale foul air, then we will able to reject from the nasal chamber and do not allow the to the next part of respiratory tract. So these are the function of nasal chamber. Then the air get passes into the pharynx, and from the pharynx here there is no any conversion take place of air. Then from the pharynx is only the passage. Then from the pharynx they enter into the larynx, where the process of formation of sound or voice take place with the help of number of cartilaginous instrument present in the larynx region, which is known as vocal cord. So, and then after creating voice or after entry into the larynx, the air passes through the trachea, then trachea to the each bronchus, and each bronchus transfer the air into the each lung. So this is all about the respiratory system, and in next video lecture we will describe the detail of the alveolar sac as well as the alveoli, the structure of alveoli, along with how the exchange of gases take place in our respiratory organ.